Okay. Okay. Four things a man does not want from you. Four things that he does not want from you. I'm talking about four things the masculine man does not want from a woman. So if you want to be in your feminine energy, this video is for you. These four things will help you understand whether he is operating in his feminine energy or his masculine energy, but more importantly, are you living, expressing from your masculine? Are you in your masculine energy, or are you in the highest expression of your feminine? Are you captivating, connected, exciting? Are you gracious, mysterious? Are you powerful and at the same time receptive? Okay, so I have a really short time, so I'm just going to go pretty quickly on this. The first thing is a masculine man does not want from you is that he doesn't want you to pursue him. Okay, if you're pursuing him, and there are many ways you can do this besides going after him physically, I don't know, on the street or at a party or at a bar or something, you are also pursuing him by getting his number, looking him up first, calling him first, texting or over texting him, telling him how you feel about him, pushing things along faster than they should, maybe allowing them to not to just unfold naturally. You're attempting to control the outcome or the situation, and also telling him that you want to be with him if he isn't telling you that. Okay, obsessing over him, even incessantly thinking about him. If you are doing these things, then you are pursuing him. You're in your masculine energy, and you are denying the man the pleasure of the pursuit. I always tell women, do not deny the man the pleasure of the pursuit. Okay, it is his natural masculine propensity to assert himself, to activate his drive, to express his persistence, to overcome and to succeed. Okay, and when you, as the women, pursue him, you are emotionally castrating him, and he knows it. And if he's in his feminine, he'll take it. And if he's an underachiever, he'll take it. If he's the non-starter man, he'll allow you to pursue him and easily get what he wants from you or what he thinks he wants from you. Because then actually, oftentimes he becomes trapped or by your capture of him, and your feminine masculine polarity is reversed. Okay. And if those roles are not your natural roles, or let's just say the roles that you desire to express, then conflict arises and usually everything falls apart. And really, ultimately, if he does not pursue you, he doesn't like you enough. He's just not that into you. Okay, so a divine feminine woman will never, ever even entertain the thought of a man that doesn't pursue her, because she knows her value and she has so much self-love. Okay, so stop pursuing him. He doesn't want you to pursue him. Okay, now two, the masculine man does not want you to make him a priority. He does not want to be your priority. So I thought about this because the other day I saw a post from a very well-known YouTuber. She's an amazing woman, accomplished, beautiful, sweet, loving woman. I will not say her name because I believe in the sisterhood and I respect her. But she dropped a post that read, my commitment to it was her man's name. I'm quoting her, my commitment to her man's name is literally my highest priority in life, exclamation point. And then she wrote like, ... literally my highest, exclamation point, highest in caps. Okay. So this is out on the internet for hundreds, if not thousands. She's big, hundreds of thousands of her followers and his followers, because he's also a YouTuber, to see. And when I read this, my intuition My body gives me a lot of information. I get information, deeper understanding streaming in. And when I read this, I saw it, I cringed. And I'm not saying this as an insult because years ago, I would have said, oh, how sweet. I would have also thought, oh, how sweet. But my discernment is much higher now, and my feminine wisdom is much deeper now. So my body told me an immediate no. It was a slow motion no. I was like, no, why? Why did she say this? And the answer is the man does not want you to make him your priority. He wants you to make you yourself a priority. I have experienced this. He wants you to be a challenge to him. He wants to work to attain you because it is exciting. It is captivating that you are in some way unattainable. Okay, not because you're manipulating. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. A divine feminine woman does not use tactics of manipulation. And we'll get into that in another video. But he wants to have the experience that you are never the same. You are always evolving. He wants to feel that he has to go after that he has to pursue you. Okay, otherwise it's really boring. Okay, he doesn't know like what you're going to create next. You know, him not knowing that is extremely provocative. It's exciting. Okay, 1 minute you're in his grasp, you're in his arms, and then the next you're off exploring something that excites you that is not him. And you are never boring. If you are making him your highest priority in life, you are depolarizing the relationship. So when I read this amazing woman say this on the internet, you know, for him and all his bros and his subscribers to see and hear, I literally heard myself shouting in my head, like, no, I was like, no, sis, no. You know, but everyone has their own path, they have their own process, and I don't know the full story of their relationship. All relationships have issues, and let's not be naive about that. I do not know their masculine feminine dynamic. Maybe they have they're not into, you know, divine feminine, divine masculine, or one being very masculine, one being very feminine, and there are definitely relationships like that. But I'm just using it as an illustration, and that's all I have to say about that. The masculine does not want you to make him your number one priority. If you're doing this, you need to look within, make your self-love, your self-care a priority, because from that space of giving to yourself, you become a wellspring of love, abundance, and enchantment. Okay. Now, 3, the masculine man does not want, nor does he need, your protection. He is not your child. He is not your son. He is a capable man. He has to handle himself. And I have seen women defending their man in situations, like in social situations. I've seen it in professional situations or business situations, family situations, which is essentially, again, emotional castration of the man. He can handle it himself if there is some sort of social transgression or some offense or wrongdoing. Do not intervene. The masculine man does not want you or need you to go between. He does not need you to stand up for him. Okay? He must navigate the situation himself. Get out of your masculine and stop protecting him. Learn to trust, relax into your feminine acceptance. And if the man is not handling his life, like if you find you're continually coming to his rescue, okay, you really need to consider that he may be the wrong man for you, okay? But first and foremost, always is to check yourself, okay? Starts from the self. And then the last thing the masculine does not want or need from you, number 4, is to provide. The man does not want you to provide for him. This is a controversial subject, I know, but the man who expresses his masculine excellence, it is embarrassing if you are running to pick up the check or you're insisting to pay for things. You know, you're dismissing his provision, like you put down your card. It's emasculating to him. You paying, and especially for big ticket items, silently communicates that he is unable to do it. And it puts him in his feminine energy, and he doesn't like it. He becomes the receiver and you become the provider. He's in the feminine and you are in the masculine. Now, I'm not saying that never buy a man a gift or something like that, okay? But what you provide for him should never outdo or outshine what he provides for you. For example, my father would always get a tie or something small like that for Christmas, maybe a couple ties, a beautiful tie. He loved classic dressing, as I told you before. And usually it was like from us, like from the kids, and we would giggle knowing that we had nothing to do with it, right? So he would get a nice tie or some cufflinks or like a money clip with a monogram on it, something thoughtful, but small. And it was actually, it was actually purchased with his money. Okay. Are you following me? His woman thought about him, got him a gift that he loved. He did love whatever he received. And he was the one who actually fit the bill. Okay, so the masculine man loves the tokens, and I'm saying tokens of appreciation. He does not love you outdoing him in the gift department. It is so emasculating. And I remember I learned this, the first time I ever learned this, I was probably about 19, and it was my first boyfriend. And I saved up and got him a very expensive piece of jewelry. For me at the time, it was an expensive piece of jewelry. Like I was so excited to give him this piece of jewelry. I just cringe now when I think about it all these years later. And I remember when I gave him the jewelry, yes, he was thankful. And at the same time, I could see in his eyes, like something wasn't right. It's like I outdid him. I realized in some way that like he appreciated it, of course, and he was shocked. And at the same time, it was emasculating to him. So I never did anything like that after that. The man loves your sweetness, your charming, your charming feminine details, not your ability to provide something big for him. Now, if you're in a marriage or something, if you're in a marriage situation and you buy him a big purchase, let's just say you buy him like an ultra high definition, I don't know, 86-inch television to watch games in the living room. He knows, and you know, and if they're kids, the kids know it's for all of you and that he paid for it because he is king of his kingdom. So I believe you're getting what I'm saying. If you are providing beyond small tokens of appreciation, you are in your masculine. You are going out of your way. You are putting him in his feminine because he's receiving in a big way from you. And a masculine man will not have it. He doesn't want that from you. He provides, he loves to provide. It's a dopamine hit that he gets when he can do that. He knows the feminine loves to receive his grand gestures. Okay. And let's see, I wanted to say like like in the Vedic traditions, because maybe you guys know or not my background in the Vedic traditions. The divine masculine is always upholding the Vedic traditions. And we see this in the traditions of Sanatana Dharma because, for example, we see Shakti, the divine female, always sitting on the lap of Shiva, divine male. Okay, the divine male, Shiva. He's always protecting her, he's providing for her. Okay, so the divine masculine energy is its independence and its honor, its strength and leadership, its responsibility. Okay, for the man in his masculine, there's not even a question. It just is. He provides and that's it. Okay. And that reminds me of one of my brother-in-laws. If you even step foot in his house, any woman, a sister, sister-in-law, mother-in-law, longtime friend of my sister, of his wife, who's my sister, any woman that goes into his home is 100% cared for and provided for. Like he would be insulted if any of them tried to pay for anything. If any female enters his home as a guest, anything that woman needs, like to run an errand, to go somewhere, if you're out having a big dinner at a restaurant or something, he's giving the card, he's giving the cars, he's sending drivers to pick them up, he's paying. Okay, he's providing for everything, and there's no question. And you understand as a woman in his presence, like you better not question him. And it's not a like he's being trying to overpower. He just has that presence. Okay. And the women feel protected and cared for in his presence. He's fully in his masculine excellence. So the masculine does not need for you to provide for him. All right. He doesn't want you to pursue him. He doesn't want you to prioritize him. He doesn't want you to protect him, and he doesn't want to provide for him. He wants to do those things for you. So if you're doing any of these 4 actions toward a man, you are in your masculine energy in some way. And you need to look in deeply, especially if you're beginning to learn about your divine feminine, being your divine feminine, look into yourself and see how you can shift and change those things. And if you want to learn more, read my book, Goddess Finding Your Lost Divine Feminine. I have another book. It's the companion journal to that book. You can go through a process of getting more deeply into understanding your divine feminine. Check that out. I'll leave the links below, and please subscribe. I keep forgetting to say, please subscribe. And that's it. I gotta run. Namaskaram. And aloha. Happy Friday.